Hello, this is the Extraordinary Rayman because my opinion is just that interesting. Well, if you can't tell by the crappy video quality, I'm currently not using my camera. I am, in fact, using my webcam because I really want to get my thoughts out for the film Rango. And I don't want to have to go through the labors and the work of having to actually record my video and set everything up. Because I have to record my video, it takes about 5 or so minutes to load it up to my computer. I have to then put it through my video editing software, which takes about 10 minutes because it films in HD and the video editing software I have can't handle HD. Well, no, before that, I have to put it through an HD converter to downgrade it, and then it has to be converted into that. Then I have to edit it, have my little intros, cut out all the parts where I'm kind of like, and then he thought, and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna kind of roll with punches, try to get everything I can out. Oh yeah, then I have to upload it, finalize the video, upload it to YouTube. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to talk, like I have been for the past minute and 11 seconds already. Wow, let's get down to business. Anyway, Rango. I've been really excited about this movie for a very long time. It looked so weird, surreal, bizarre. I thought, heck, I gotta see it. And I think I always love Johnny Depp, even when he's doing animated stuff. What has he done besides corpse bride in this? I don't know. I love Johnny Depp. Sorry. So, we went to see it. Took my little brother. Interesting experience because this is not a children's movie. Regardless, I was amazed by this film. First off, just the look of this film is incredible. It's near photorealistic. But that aspect is sort of taken back a little bit when you take into consideration the fact that all the characters, which are all animals, give or take like 2, they're animals. And there's a lot of character and personality in their design and stuff like that. I've never seen so much, character design go into character design in an animated movie before. There's one character who has an arrow in his eyeball, and it comes out the back of his head, and he's kind of slow and dumb and stuff like that, which again brings up the fact that this is not a kids movie. Or there's other characters who are missing teeth, who have really big, eyes or nose, or their scales are really accentuated, or they're missing feathers or stuff like that. Some of the visuals are really dark, but they're really striking because it looks so real. Also, the movie uses a lot of, since it is so surreal, since it is so trippy, the movie uses a lot of symbolism. Now, normally I don't like symbolism, but I only like it if it's used badly. A bad instance of symbolism that comes to mind is Across the Universe, where stuff is just shoehorned into that movie because they want the movie to have meaning, and they don't actually want to write a story. They don't actually want to give us, I can't stand the glare of my glasses. They don't want to write actual characters into Across the Universe. They just have symbolism and not even metaphor because it doesn't mean anything. And they use other people's music. Like dropping strawberries from planes. That doesn't mean anything. Is it a metaphor for blood? Because you could have used tomatoes or ketchup. Okay? But this movie uses symbolism in a very good way. There are some instances where stuff is just there to be trippy, but usually that's just a dream sequence. At the beginning of the movie, the character of Rango tells a bar full of tough animals that he killed a bunch of outlaws by using one bullet. And that little story element is brought up from time to time, and used actually several times to great conclusions. There's another instance where the female character, Beans, that's her name, very strange, talks about how she used to watch these, I don't remember the names of them exactly, they were some sort of desert plant, they call them like the Mexican dagger or something like that. I think she calls them the walking cactuses. How she always used to wait up night. She used to wait late at night to see that they would move because there's legends that would tell that they actually move. Get out!
Sorry.
Get out!
Sorry.
Get out!
Well, I'm the animation.
Very good. Get out. Sorry about that. That was my retarded brother. He's not actually retarded. Did I say retarded? I meant exceptional individual. Anyway, she talks about, lost my train of thought. Okay, she talks about waiting up late nights to see them walk, and how she, wants to have something to believe in. And belief, the whole idea of belief, and having something to have hope in, is played with a lot. He really screwed me up, didn't he? Thanks a lot. Is played with the whole idea of having hope and having something to believe in and stuff like that. And these tree things actually play a part into the story later on. And just the constant bombardment of amazing visual imagery in this. There's always something cool and unique to look at. The way, like one of the bad guys, Jake the Snake. He's a rattlesnake with a Gatling gun for a rattle. If that's not the most intimidating creature in existence, I don't know what is. Or there's like these amazing, there's one specifically amazing action sequence where they're going through this canyon and there's a bunch of like moles or something like that chasing them down, riding bats, and they have Gatling guns too. And it's an incredibly well choreographed, well orchestrated action sequence, especially when you take into account everything that's going on, all the characters and stuff like that. It's just amazing. Now, I did think it might have been a little too long, but that's kind of a pathetic nitpick, really, because it was not even an hour and a half. It wasn't over an hour and a half. It wasn't 2 hours. What I'm getting at was, it wasn't 2 hours. It was just barely 2 hours. And that's incredible. That is what Disney and Pixar, well, Disney during the 90s and Pixar since the beginning of time, have been able to do so well, is stuff a lot of story into a very small amount of time. But watching, maybe it was just being surrounded by kids, that their restlessness was kind of filling me up, or pouring into me, or transferring to me, whatever. And I felt the narrator characters, the owl things, they were kind of not unnecessary, but maybe even just annoying. But they play off of the whole surreal way the movie's put together. They break the fourth wall. They lend to the kind of odd way the movie works. But yeah, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic. It looked unbelievable. Incredible pace. A fantastic story. You can't pitch this to anybody. I don't know how Gore Verbinski pitched this movie to anybody, but it's kind of like the best of a Pixar movie. If I know we always come back to Pixar, it's just an example. I'm not using a comparison. Please bear with me for a moment. You replace this with normal people, and it would have been just as good a movie. But you add animals and the incredible visuals, and it becomes way more interesting than a story that was already interesting, and it really cements its place as being a unique form of entertainment. A really, really unique story. Something you're never, ever going to forget. Did I miss anything? No, yeah, it was, yeah, great. I highly recommend you see this. Don't let the fact that it's animated put you off, because if you do, you're retarded. It's not a kid's movie. It's very adult, very mature, very dark, very, very, very funny. It does have adult humor. It doesn't necessarily have humor that kids are going to be able to get into, but it does have adult humor. There's slapstick here and there, but even I laugh at that stuff. It is very much an adult story. Not like terribly adult, but it's very mature. But it's very, very good. I highly recommend it. Well, that's it. This is the Extraordinary Rayman signing off. I'll see you next time.